Hey everyone, Don and Alex here today. We're going to talk about a recap for the week. We've been focusing on the open guard. Specifically this week, we attacked the spider guard position, one of the key guards in jiu-jitsu, and in my opinion, and just my opinion, one of the most fun to play with. So we're going to start with getting there from the guard in the first place. This week, we built almost all week off of countering his guard break. So when most people break the guard, they're going to slide one knee center line, and they're going to, in some form or fashion, drop back with the other knee. Rather than fight this guard break with strength, I'm going to accept that I'm going to transition to the spider guard. So my hands are going to make my little C grip. I'm going to get both cuffs and drop my elbows to my sides. From here, I want to take away his leverage. His leverage on the break is his knee in my spinal column. So my guard disengages and I use my legs to shrimp my hips off his knee. That just took away his leverage to push my legs apart further. Also notice it creates this space. Once that space is created, this leg comes through, my knee drives up. I don't drive it across, I drive it right into his center line. This prevents him from crushing it to the side. And from here, this foot connects with his hip. Once I'm here, my knee comes out and starts to work his bicep. This foot plants, creates space this way with a shrimping motion. Guys, get used to these fundamental movements. I shrimp, I create all kinds of space, my knee drives through, again, not too far to the side. I don't want him to crush this structure. So I come up, and my knee goes out, and my feet go to his hips. And now I'm in a nice, good controlling position. From this controlling position, I can start to transition into a true spider guard. One foot plants on the hip, I shrimp out again, this foot disengages from the hip and goes to the bicep, and I drive out like a bicycling motion. From here, this foot comes off, goes to the bicep, I drive up in a bicycling motion. This motion is what's going to allow me to control distance, to walk my hips around, and to start generating momentum with his upper body. This lets me break his center line off of my center line and starts to get him exposed to one side or the other. For the particular attack we're going to go over tonight, so many principles in here apply across the board. For the attack tonight, we're going to drive the foot up and over, and I start to break his posture this way. As it comes, notice how isolated this arm is getting over here. From here, my foot's going to slide underneath the arm, and it's going to drive across. I'm using my shin and hamstring into the back of his tricep to roll the arm. So my foot comes off of here, drives under, and my shin and hamstring turn. I'm driving his hip into my pocket, and I'm dropping my heel right across the back of his shoulder. Important detail that gets lost. Notice this grip is still on this sleeve. My foot is still in this bicep. This, when I pin it to the ground and provide counterforce, go ahead and posture, makes it very difficult for him to recover posture back up. So I'm controlling his posture. From here, once I make sure I've got that posture locked in position, now I'll take my foot off. I'll start to transition out and triangle. This hand disengages, comes to this cuff, this hand comes across the back, and I prevent the hop over counter from here by controlling this belt. From here, obviously I have my choice. I can either set out and up and move into a traditional Omo Plata. I can do the arm bar we did last week by transitioning out and turning over. I can start to do a lot of the stuff we've done over the last couple of weeks from this position. But the important part is to be able to transition here for the spider, and the more important aspect of this is using the spider to counter the guard break. Guys, that's it for this week. Alex and Don reviewing the spider guard. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week when we're going back into sweeps from this position, and we'll be getting a lot more fundamental.